Welcome back, folks, once again to TalkinStocks, where we interview top public company executives to give us some insight on where they are today and what the future may hold. I'm your co-host, George, with a J. And without further ado, the man that goes out fishing and the fish jump in the boat just so he doesn't have to wait, your host, Dan the Stockman. Give us an update where we're at today with Xtra. What's going on?
You know, the thing with Xtra, as I always say, it's as it was last time we talked. It's the 1 in 1,000 type of gold stock. They're so unique and unusual that they never need to raise money. It's like you said, they're producing these bars with the local miners, and they self-fund. That's very rare. You won't find that, and that's why it's a 1 in 1,000.
We're getting fantastic intercepts of up to 50 meters of potential width of a gold vein, a gold zone that we chase down to approximately 350 meters deep. And we announced really good results on September 27th. We haven't done any public offerings since our IPO in late 2010. We're not worried about it. We got lots of cash. And when the bull market for gold comes back, I think companies like ours are going to, be accumulated by people that want to be in the gold space, which is, I believe, coming soon. The start of a new bull market for gold once these Fed interest rate hikes stop happening. I think you're going to see gold move and retest the previous highs and probably take them out of 2,000 plus. So we have two business. The main business is proving up the Hard Rock deposit. Internally, we have a million ounces plus now, and we hope to be growing that significantly with this new gold shoot we discovered. Sort of a side business that we don't really, that's not really the value of the company, but we have a community mining project with locals that mine alluvial or placer gold at the bottom of our gold ridge. We have 6 big local contractors. We call it our community mining project. And that's basically funded the company for the last 12 years. That's why we haven't had to do any public issues.
The question I think here is, James, are you arm waving right now? Is this arm waving? Because back in September, when we talked, you were waiting for another 10 drill holes, and you wanted to get down to about 500 meters to determine new discovery, and that was the words, whether you were going to arm wave or not. And now I'm hearing you saying this is going to be several million ounces.
The first gold shoot is about 50 meters thick, right? 8 meters in width, and its average grade is about 1.35 grams. You can go back to the September 27th press release. But since then, we've discovered 3 other shoots in close proximity to this shoot. So yeah, I think we're starting to arm wave a bit that, this thing, our zone 2 added approximately, 800,000 ounces. This zone is looking like it's got much larger size potential, and we're confirming so far the grades are economic. So yeah, I think we're doing a little arm waving. We're figuring it out. We have 90 drill holes in it. Yeah, so yeah, we're probably arm waving a bit. It's not 100% done yet. I caution investors it's not done, but we're trading. We're probably trading below $20 an ounce in the ground with gold at 1,800, and these projects, are probably conservatively worth at $1,800 gold about $100 an ounce in the ground. So we're trading way below our NAV value. Our NAV value is probably closer to $2 a share, and we're trading about 60 cents. And if we can double the tonnage and take this thing to 2 million ounces, well, you can do the math. So, there's a lot of upside if there's a gold market. So, yeah, we're excited. We're not saying it's we're completed yet. We've probably got to put another 50 holes in this new structure we found to verify grades, but it's looking very good.
Pretty important information. So the zone 2 and zone 3, James, that was about a 3 kilometer. I'm looking at the press release right now. So, and now and then that was drilled down to about 350 meters. So in the last few months, have you got down to that 500 meters?
We never went down. We never went down below 350 right now because we were the eastern ridge of the Zone 3, which we call Boomerang East, we found 3 gold shoots already that are stacked on one another. And there's indications that they come back to Zone 2 in that open kilometer that we haven't drilled yet, which I sort of alluded to before. There's all this open ground. We've only drilled about 20% of the ground up there. So 80% of the ground hasn't even been drilled around Zone 2 and Zone 3. So this 1 kilometer, it looks like it's going to be very prospective now to take Boomerang East and hopefully come back to Zone 2, okay? And when we do that, we're gonna hopefully add, if we can add another 2 or 3 gold shoots in there, you know, that's going to be fantastic because it's going to open this whole thing up. And the only question is, we believe the shoots are there because we're on the edge of one now. The question is, what is the grade? Well, we'll drill that kilometer out, you know, so back to Zone 2. So that's very good news. If we can connect Zone 3 back to Zone 2, that's going to be phenomenal. Just a question of what is the grade, we don't know. Obviously, if the grades are economic, but we know the gold's in the system.
Now, did something change? Back in when we talked, you wanted to drill down to 500 meters.
All that changed was when we stepped out 100 meters, we hit 2 new zones that you're hitting at surface down to 100 meters. So you're more economic to put your drill rigs there than drill something down to 500 meters. It takes a long time when you can prove at surface gold. So if you find stuff at surface, you can drill it quicker. You're doing shorter drill holes and you're adding tonnage. Because remember, when you get down to 500 meters, you're probably talking underground potential only, not open pit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we've modified the plan based on finding these new gold shoots, right? Our goal is to prove up as many ounces as we can from surface down to about 300 meters as quick as possible. When you find these new things right at surface, you're better to focus on those. You're going to add ounces and tonnage way quicker. When we proved up the first 500,000 ounces, we did it with 1 drill rig from 211 to 212 in 18 months. That 500,000 ounces came out of Zone 2 only. Then we went back to drilling in 220 roughly when we purchased our first diamond drill rig. Mm-hmm. And we actually know what we're drilling. It's not pure virgin drilling, but to be fair, we probably drilled like 3.5 years with 1.5 drill rigs. So now we have 3 rigs. So going from 1 million ounces to 2, we should be able to do it, you know, way faster because we know where we're drilling, right?
These are the compensating factors, right, of what the history was. So now today, you got 3 drills, you got more data.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly happening fast now.
Yeah, 3 times as more meters. And number 2 is we did a lot of the grassroots drilling, you know, with this 1 rig over like 3 years, and now we have 3 rigs. So now it's going to become more like an infill project. Infill drilling goes way faster because you actually know what you're targeting, you know, first time ever drilled in history. That kind of drilling is very time consuming. You know, so you'll see now we're hitting like, you know, our last 10 drill holes that we drilled, we hit something every drill hole. Now, I don't think we're right in the main, you know, the main guts of the ore body, but we're on the side of it. So now we'll focus on getting it. But we're hitting everything. Like we're hitting 10 for 10 out of drill holes, which is phenomenal for gold exploration.
10 for 10 is pretty good in any sport. Yeah.
This has everything you'd want in a micro cap stock because the share structure is low, and typically companies or investors they get a chance to do a financing, so they're not forced to buy in the market. Well, whenever Xtra-Gold does turn, there's a lot of people that are not going to be all that willing to just sell their shares for $1 or $1.25. And when people want in, there's just not a lot of supply available, and that's kind of the recipe for when stocks have these 3, 5, 10x type moves, which is very possible for Xtra-Gold, and these are the types of companies we talk to and invest in. I mean, the risk is relatively low. We've discussed how it's much better than average, and yet, you have this great reward potential. It's just a matter of when, not if.